the healer's touch doctor. Marcus Reed stepped off the transport shuttle onto the crystalline surface of Kepler Station, feeling the familiar weight of uncertainty that accompanied every new xenobiological assignment. The station hummed with alien activity as beings from dozens of species conducted their daily routines. Marcus had been called here specifically for the Villani, a species known throughout the galaxy for their advanced biotechnology and peaceful nature. The Villani were humanoid in appearance, standing roughly 6 feet tall, with elongated limbs and skin that shifted between pale blue and silver depending on their emotional state. What made them unique among the known species was their complex biological system that produced a nutrient-rich substance essential for their survival. This substance served multiple purposes within their society, acting as both sustenance and medicine. Commander Hayes met Marcus at the docking bay. The grizzled veteran had overseen human operations on Kepler Station for the past 3 years, and had specifically requested Marcus for this assignment. Hayes explained the situation as they walked through the station's corridors. The Villani had been suffering from a mysterious condition that affected their biological processes. Their natural production cycles had become irregular, causing significant distress and threatening their long-term health. Traditional Villani medicine had proven ineffective, and their own medical practitioners were baffled by the condition. What made this situation particularly urgent was that the Villani were not just dealing with a medical crisis, but also a cultural one. Their society was built around harmony and balance, and the disruption of their natural biological rhythms had created widespread anxiety and social upheaval. Marcus was led to the medical bay, where he met Dr. Elena Vasquez, the chief medical officer for the station. She briefed him on the preliminary findings and the various treatments that had been attempted. The Villani physiology was unlike anything in human medical literature, but Marcus had built his reputation on solving seemingly impossible xenobiological puzzles. The first Villani patient Marcus encountered was named Kira. She was young by their standards, and her silver-tinged skin betrayed her nervousness about working with an alien doctor. Through the universal translator, she explained her symptoms. Her body's natural processes had become painful and irregular. What should have been a comfortable routine had turned into a source of constant discomfort. Marcus began his examination using non-invasive scanners and gentle palpation techniques he had developed for working with nervous alien patients. He discovered that the Villani biological system was far more complex than initial reports had suggested. Their bodies produced the essential substance through a network of specialized glands connected to their circulatory and nervous systems. The human doctor realized that the condition was not a disease in the traditional sense, but rather a response to environmental stressors. The Villani had been exposed to low-level radiation from a nearby pulsar that had destabilized their delicate biological balance. Their bodies were trying to maintain normal function while dealing with cellular damage they had never encountered before. Marcus spent hours studying Villani physiology, learning how their unique biology had evolved on their homeworld. The essential substance they produced was not just nutritional, but contained compounds that helped regulate their immune systems and mental health. When production became irregular, it affected every aspect of their well-being. The solution required a combination of human medical knowledge and careful understanding of Villani biology. Marcus developed a treatment protocol that involved gentle manual stimulation of specific pressure points, combined with a carefully formulated supplement that would help their bodies process radiation damage. The technique Marcus pioneered was unlike anything in human or Villani medicine. It required precise knowledge of their anatomy and a gentle touch that encouraged their natural healing processes. The treatment had to be performed regularly, and with great care to avoid causing additional trauma to their already stressed systems. Kira was the first to volunteer for the experimental treatment. Marcus explained each step of the process, ensuring she understood what he was doing and why. The procedure involved applying gentle pressure to specific points on her torso, while monitoring her vital signs and stress levels. The results were immediate and dramatic. Within minutes of beginning the treatment, Kira reported a significant reduction in pain and discomfort. Her skin began to shift from the anxious silver to a more natural blue, indicating improved emotional state. Most importantly, her biological processes began to normalize. Word of the successful treatment spread quickly through the Villani community on the station. More patients began requesting Marcus's help, and he found himself working around the clock to accommodate them all. Each patient required individual attention, and Marcus had to adapt his techniques to account for variations in Villani physiology. The treatment protocol Marcus developed became known as the Reed method among the medical staff. It combined elements of physical therapy massage and targeted pressure point stimulation, specifically designed for Villani anatomy. The key was understanding that their biological systems were intimately connected to their emotional and mental states. Dr. Vasquez worked closely with Marcus to document the procedure and train other medical staff in the techniques. The Reed method required not just medical knowledge, but also a deep understanding of Villani culture and psychology. The patients needed to trust their healer completely for the treatment to be effective. As more Villani received treatment, the broader implications became clear. The condition had been affecting their ability to maintain their complex social structures. Villani society was built around shared experiences and mutual support. When their biological processes were disrupted, it created ripple effects throughout their communities. Marcus found that his work was not just healing individual patients, but helping to restore the social fabric of the Villani population on the station. As their health improved, their natural cooperation and harmony began to return. The station's efficiency increased as the Villani were able to resume their normal roles in maintaining the complex biotechnology that kept Kepler Station running. The success of the Reed method attracted attention from across the galaxy. Other species began requesting Marcus's expertise for their own unique medical challenges. The human doctor found himself at the center of a new field of xenobiological medicine that focused on understanding the deep connections between physiology, psychology, and culture in alien species. The Villani government formally recognized Marcus's contributions by granting him honorary citizenship and inviting him to visit their homeworld. They wanted to establish a permanent medical exchange program, with humanity sharing their biotechnology in return for human medical innovation. Marcus accepted the invitation and spent several months on the Villani homeworld, learning about their society and training their medical practitioners in his techniques. The experience taught him that successful xenobiological medicine required more than just treating symptoms. It demanded a holistic understanding of how alien species lived, thought, and related to one another. The Reed method became standard treatment for Villani affected by similar conditions throughout the galaxy. Medical schools began incorporating Marcus's techniques into their xenobiology curricula. The success demonstrated humanity's unique ability to adapt and innovate when faced with unprecedented challenges. Commander Hayes noted in his reports that the incident had significantly improved human standing with the Villani and other species on the station. The aliens began to see humans not just as another species, but as valuable partners capable of solving problems that had seemed insurmountable. Marcus established a permanent medical practice on Kepler Station, specializing in complex xenobiological cases. His success with the Villani led to referrals from other species dealing with unique medical challenges. Each case required him to develop new techniques and approaches, expanding the boundaries of interspecies medicine. The work was demanding but deeply rewarding. Marcus found satisfaction in knowing that his efforts were not just healing individual patients, but building bridges between species. His success demonstrated that humans possessed a unique combination of scientific knowledge, intuition, and adaptability that made them valuable partners in the galactic community. Years later, the incident became a case study in xenobiological medicine taught in medical schools across human space. The Reed method had evolved into a comprehensive approach to treating complex biological conditions in alien species. Marcus had proven that with patience, understanding, and innovation, humans could solve problems that seemed impossible to other species. The Villani never forgot the human doctor who had helped them in their time of need. Marcus's name became synonymous with healing and hope in their culture. His work had demonstrated that the greatest strength of humanity was not their technology or their weapons, but their ability to understand and help others regardless of how different they might appear. The legacy of the Reed method continued to grow as more species encountered similar biological challenges. Marcus had established a new paradigm in galactic medicine, one that recognized the importance of treating not just bodies but entire beings within the context of their cultures and societies. His success on Kepler Station had proven that humans possessed something rare in the galaxy: the ability to see past surface differences and find solutions that worked for everyone. The Reed method had become more than just a medical technique. It had become a symbol of humanity's unique contribution to the galactic community. The story of Marcus Reed and the Villani became legend throughout human space, inspiring a new generation of xenobiologists and medical practitioners. His work had shown that the greatest challenges often required the most creative solutions, and that humans possess the flexibility and compassion necessary to meet those challenges. Through his dedication to understanding and helping, the Villani Marcus had not only solved their medical crisis, but had also demonstrated the best qualities of humanity to the galaxy. The Reed method continued to evolve and adapt as new challenges emerged, but its core principles remained constant understanding, empathy, and the relentless pursuit of solutions that honored dignity and unique nature of every species in the galaxy.